So number 3 today, so we're good. Let me load the radio. I'm gonna have a little bit of coffee after that one. I don't know if it's gonna be hot, but we win. I don't think it's gonna be hot. Pour that out. Right on my boot too. Oh yeah, look at that, it's still hot. All right, how was the battle? That was not easy without a torch. But it's actually safe. There's only sparks instead of a live fire. It's not good, but it's in the spot. All right, so you can see the frame on the ground there. There she is. So you can see massive amounts of rust there came out of that framing. That frame is shot. I mean, you can save a lot of things. You probably can. Excuse me. You probably can save this frame. The problem is that C clamp right there in the back. Let me show you a pointer. Here's a pointer. This part right here, the bolt you cut off on this side, but then you got to get it out the other side because it's going through still a very good solid frame actually. A lot better than I thought. This frame on the plow is obviously bad. It's literally snapped in half. Look, that's half. That's the driver's side. And it has all the brackets in it. So all you got to do is put a piece of steel in there and connect it back to this side. That's it. You put this together here. You put in a piece of steel. You measure a good quality, decent. You bend that back a little bit and the C in the back. That side came out pretty good actually. And the frame is actually solid. Once you put that one piece of steel in, nice angle piece, you paint it up, you prime it, you paint it, you put it aside. And that you have a whole full setup for a plow, for a TJ. Bolts not included. Give me a break. I can throw some bolts if you want. So now that the whole thing is off, and I used almost everything I had to work it. Mostly this right here, I had to put a new disc on. The disc was like about half that size. So all I did was put a new disc on. I was able to get up between that stabilizer link on that side. That was the hard side. This side was pretty easy. Passenger side was pretty easy, and it wasn't so bad. So now we're done down here. Boy, we're done all right. We'll clean this up. And we found another nest in this bar here that goes straight across. This part's pretty solid. Over here, just run a piece of steel here and weld here and weld there, and you got a nice solid bar in the front. Then your framing in the front is good here. Up top here, this bolt that I took out, I couldn't get out. It goes to the steering box, so I'm just going to weld it here, and it'll be part of the steering box again. Once you put this cover on, it covers this, which is solid. And all you got to do is put a small little plate in here. I mean, very small. That's not bad for framework. That's really nothing. So this piece here, and then we're going to repair the shock tower. And the shock tower and the coil tower that holds the coil in. It probably will be not a problem. Hold on one second. Oh, man. That's a dirty napkin. Get a nice clean one. That'll beat you up, man. Steel will beat you up. Got some, what do they call that? Blood, sweat, and tears, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. So that's the framings off. It's done. So now we're just gonna weld that piece in. You can put the bumper back on. I mean, I'd rather have it off. It'd be easier to weld real quick. Then the plastic bumper goes. The bumper goes on in 5 minutes. 4 bolts, zip it on, done. Just clean up, spray some WD in here, and you got a nice solid front bumper. It gets hit, it's gonna hit solid metal. Weld one piece in here, and then got some welding on top there. That's not bad. The other side, let's look what we got on the other side. I think the other side is perfect. The driver's side, passenger side, has got also the same thing. Right on this corner here, a small little piece of frame. You could just put a piece of channel in there, put a piece of channel in here, compress it. You could bolt it if you want, and you'll have a frame, or you could just stitch it and stitch it. This is solid, this is solid. Stitch this back together. That's it on this side. There's nothing else to do on this side. There's nothing. This is all cleaned out. I blew it all out. So, a lot of work though. But in a day's work though, it's done. That's all you need to know. Framing is done on the TJ. So, it's just a heck of a mess. And I had the shop nice and clean, and now I destroyed it again. So, shut the lights off and call it a day, clean up. So, there's the work on the TJ, and I have, like, if you notice behind me, I have like every freaking tool, every drawer is open from either punches or whatever. What really helped is getting the bolts straight out. You can cut off the head because you can't get them out. It would have been a lot easier with a torch, but it is a lot easier. I got some solar light going on there, whatever that is. So it is easier to use a torch, but it's a lot safer with the grinder. So maybe the grinder is a better way to do it. So maybe it's a lifesaver that the freaking thing blew up. The gauge went bad. And I do have the gauge coming. I got to get some other pieces. Then we're going to work on the body mounts. We're going to get this button up by next week. It'll be done. Should be on the road. She could be on the road in 5 minutes. Just unclamp those things, throw a bumper on, and drive it down the road. It could be done in 15 minutes. But I'm not doing that. I want to finish this up and it'll be solid. And we don't have to worry about the framing anymore. We don't have to worry about this coil coming out or the shock. It probably ain't, because all the weight is off now. So we're gonna clean up, call it a day. I got a little scar there. Well, got another beer bump, whatever you want to call them. Smash that. Oh man, I'll tell you, that's gonna hurt later. We're done. Peace out. Okay, that's a Saturday. Now it's time to have some fun. Yeah, the nest went straight through another nest. So wherever a mouse can like sit, if these things sit a long time, that's the worst, man. When they sit, gotta keep them on the road. And this can be on the road in 15 minutes. I'll put it on the road, I don't care. I drive like that, that doesn't bother me. It's still holding on. And without all the plow on there, and a weight on it, and a framing on there, you just lighten that thing up really nice. Now the front suspension is gonna go up. You'll be like, wow, look at how high it sits. It sits normal. This Jeep was not designed for a plow, but someone put a plow on it and it worked. So, hey, it worked. It did its 30 years of work or whatever, 25, more than that, 97. So remember, this is for sale. You're gonna be 55 when I'm all done. It doesn't need much. Remember, straight 6 with a 5-speed. All the mechanics are nice and solid on this thing. Everything works on this. We just got some body mounts to go. A lot of people won't even do that. I'm gonna do it on this one. We're gonna paint the frame. And we're gonna be done. It's not bad. Pressure wash it, clean my shop out again, and start on Tuesday. So we're off for the weekend. Up at Winds Creek. Anybody? I'll buy him a beer or buy me a beer. Please, buy me a beer. I need one. So Mike is coming off. Gotta take a shower, man. Again, yeah, I beat the hell out of myself again. I don't care. It's worth it. It's worth saving the TJ for somebody. And then we got some nickel and dime, maybe a plate here and a rubber gasket there. I mean, somebody can play with that little stuff for $5,500. You play a little, so I'm gonna make sure the solid part is done. The mechanics are done. They're done. They're solid. Now all we do is worry body mounts. That ain't nothing, man. Framing and body mounts. A little bit of welding here. You got another day or two of work, and that's it. All right, everybody. Peace out. Have a good weekend. And remember, we'll be going up to the Winds Creek on Sunday. We couldn't get a room on Saturday for free. Sunday. We couldn't get a room Saturday paid for or not. Big event going over there. So meet me up Sunday, man. Well, I'll be there Sunday all night, and then Monday we're chilling. So this is why I worked hard today, so I didn't have to work on Monday. So I put my hours in today, and I got a little trailer work. We're gonna have to be grinding that stuff out too, because I got the other TJ we're gonna be picking up, and that's also straight 6 with another plow setup. So remember, now this plow is for sale. Anybody want it? Contact me. $700, you could have a whole nice setup, and you saw it working. It worked back and forth, up and down. My wife used it, and she didn't kill herself this time. Thank God. And the frame. You can have the frame, have somebody weld that in, or I'll do it on the meanwhile. Until then, $700, you're done. You got a whole plow setup with the controls, everything.
this Jeep it should not have the plow put back on it. That's my own opinion. You want to put it back on it, go ahead. It will be prepared for you to bolt it all back on and do the same thing again. I wouldn't do it, but you can. When I'm done, you can put all this together. And back to plowing again for another 20-something years. Definitely be great for a home improvement guy at home or a nice long driveway. This thing will be solid, man. I'll make sure you can put the plow right back on. That's the way I do things. Bolt the frame back in. All right? Everybody, have a good weekend. Bye.